Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's a bit late, so I don't really want to shout, so you might need to put your headphones in. I've got oil on my side now. Okay, so again, these are collective readings. They're not going to resonate with everybody, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, we've got a take me back spell coming out. So this could be friends, family members, exes, okay, who's doing this to you. We've got blockage spells, chakras, blocking chakras, okay, writer's block, even with blocking drains. We've got shop, then we've got farm, linking to some sort of farm, okay, something to do with farm animals, okay, block. They want to block justice, okay, linking to a farm, linking to animals. Then we've got karmic family. Okay, then we've got some sort of MK Ultra and poison, okay. So with these people who work at a farm, they've got like horse tranquilizers and different chemicals for animals, and they've been mixing that into food, okay, and drugs. Mixing it into food and drugs. So this farm, karmic family and farm is very significant. Karmic family and farm. MK Ultra, trying to block money, block justice, okay. We've got a dark warlock, okay, involved in a crash, alright. They've been doing blood magic and blood rituals and contracts with the devil. Also, quite possibly, contract killings. They've been doing moon magic, okay. They're all wearing masks, okay. False evidence. They've been trying to set divine masculine, divine feminine up for crimes they've not committed, okay. So they've been gathering false evidence. So what I'm getting is trying to set masculine, feminine up. They're a copycat. All involved. These corrupt law officials are going to get fired. Corrupt law officials was given cash, okay, because this is something to do with money, something to do with copying and pasting someone else's work, with writer's block coming out, copying off a writer, and corrupt law officials was given a suitcase full of cash in order to cover up, okay. We've got black magic, we've got overseas. Okay, so they've probably got money in offshore overseas account, okay. Somebody's husband is involved in trafficking, okay. Hairdresser is involved. Withheld. Corrupt law officials have been withholding information, okay. This could have caused a galactic war. We've got picture and CCTV. Okay, so they're trying to get divine masculine, divine feminine through AI, okay, on some sort of CCTV. Placing divine masculine, divine feminine at a scene of a crime. What they've not committed. Letter. They've been stealing some sort of mail, okay. They've been stealing some sort of mail. They're trying to affect divine masculine, divine feminine's health. So health attacks, okay. They've been meeting up at hotels. They've been sending flying monkeys to gang stalk, okay, divine masculine, divine feminine, the one who they've stolen from, 444, smear campaign. We've got an ex-karmic soulmate. They've been trying to spiritually assassinate divine masculine, divine feminine, That's not been working, so they could have got onto an assassin. Submission magic. They're warring, okay, over some stolen fortune. They're trying to block a court case, okay. They've got money on the brain, it's not even their money. Set of energy vampires. Someone with blonde hair is involved. Brainwashed. They're brainwashing everybody they can to gang stalk divine masculine, divine feminine. They've been doing submission magic. They're heavily involved in Satanism, okay, all being lying on earth. They want divine masculine, divine feminine's address and details, okay. Doing love me spells on everybody. Thinking to somebody who owns a bar, okay. Something to do with gambling, okay. They could have gambling addictions, and a lot of this stolen fortune has gone on gambling, or they are gambling with somebody's life, okay, bad mouthing. Paying people to bad mouth, okay, therapist. A therapist could be involved in doing some sort of lunacy spells. We've got dating app. They are putting pictures of divine masculine, divine feminine on dating apps. Wow, okay. So, they are putting divine masculine, divine feminine on dating apps, posing to be this person. Wow. Also, we've got date magic. They hate this divine masculine, divine feminine with passion. Divine masculine, divine feminine is a warrior. Could be involved in some sort of bank fraud. Okay. They've been laughing at these attacks. Even with corrupt law officials, some could be significant in regret and getting involved in all this corruption. Also got a corrupt doctor involved. Corrupt doctor involved in some sort of poisoning. Okay. They could have some money in a safe. Alright. Filing false accusations or allegations. They're addicted. Addicted to drugs, okay? Addicted to alcohol, okay? Addicted to their own ego and fulfilling their own ego. Abuse of power. And these corrupt officials are addicted to abusing their power and AI in order to place someone at a scene of a crime. You could be running rings round these karmics. Gym, we've got a gym goer or someone who has a gym. You could be a writer, or the one who they've stolen from is a writer and they've made a deal with the devil. We've got harassment in reverse, sleep, dream magic. The devil doesn't even like these people. Let me just get that straight. The devil doesn't even like these people at all. Forged documents. We've got a rubbish bin man, okay. Trying to send someone to your door. And because they've all been working together. Leader of a group, a gang, a cult, a coven is involved. A leader of a cult, coven, group, gang is involved, okay, in summoning demons and devils. Stolen identity, okay, they bump people off. Anyone who's coming into any money, they bump them off. They take the money, they do insurance jobs, okay. Gangster. Someone wants to think they're bloody gangster. with some stolen money, they bought cars, okay? They've been out drinking, alright, partying together, following in cars, following on bikes, projecting low vibrational energy onto you. Blood magic, did I say that already? Okay. Nature walk. Okay, so they could be even following you when you are out going through local park or what have you. They want to make it look like an accident, is what I'm getting. Paying for readings on you. Paying for readings. Planning a hit and run. Okay. Could have ended up harming cats. Okay. They've got an entity attachment. Involved in illegal experiments. Okay. Could be involved in a real estate. They don't want you to see how talented you really are. Okay. We've got bearing false witness. Throat chakra blockages. Jealous that this divine masculine, divine feminine is destined for greatness. They don't want you to synchronise. They don't want you to be in sync with the universe. I'm trying to knock you off balance. Even these corrupt law officials, they've all been drinking and partying together. All been drinking and partying together. They wanted to take everything, like some sort of fortune, and leave the divine masculine, divine feminine, without nothing. They're involved in life insurance policies. Anyone who's coming into a windfall of cash, anybody, and I mean anybody, masculine, feminine, alright, and they've been involved in doing this for a long time. They're trying to silence anybody. Hush hush money, or they'll bump them off and do an insurance job on them too. There's a mole. All this dark energy is being returned to sender times 100. 2 AM to 3 AM is significant, okay? 2 AM to 3 AM in the morning, they could be putting money offshore overseas accounts, okay? They could have bought a holiday home with some sort of stolen fortune and like abroad, and they have opened a bank account abroad to shift money in offshores overseas accounts. There might even be a movie about this. Overseas, across the ocean, okay? I don't know. So many fake accounts, okay? We've got keeping profits for themselves. Keeping profits for themselves. And they want everyone to think they're really sexy. They're doing beauty spells all the time. Okay? They can't go a day without drugs. And they also, they want to drug their target so they're unable to fight. They want to drug their target so they are unable to fight. They'll even do this to school children. They will even do this to school children. They want more sex workers. Okay? So it's linking to a sex cult. linking to a sex cult. In a city. In a city. Could be cleansing your aura, your chakras, okay? They don't want anyone to get away, alright? They also like to see their victims running. Like, they'll take victims to a farm or open field or somewhere where they have to run away, alright? To get to safety, they conspire. Here's a bank transfer at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Bank transfers, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. To offshores, overseas accounts. They're lost souls. They're soulless beings, alright? Their goal, yeah, is to slander anyone who they've stolen from. They slander anyone who they have stolen from. Anybody. Yeah? They will ruin these people. They conspire against anyone, and they've done this to multiple people. Men, women, and children. This could end up worldwide news. This is going to end up worldwide news. They could be getting mad that you've told on them. They don't want the full world to see how much of a failure they are, because everything they've got is through stealing from everybody, okay? Stealing, poisoning, alright? Some sort of tranquilizers. They want to change the narrative, change the story so they look like a hero. They've also changed names, alright? Stolen identity, could have changed their last name in banks, okay? Alright? Lie to the police, but there is corrupt law enforcement. Job loss spells. Look, police. We've got freak accidents. So some of these corrupt police officers could be ending up in freak accidents. The ones who's been turning a blind eye. The ones who's been paid money under the table. Okay. Paid for black magic. Could live near a beach. Could live near a beach. So we've got beach and a farm. They're trying to get rid of any evidence. You could be a psychic investigator. They've stolen work. They've stolen ID. Okay. Stolen work. Stolen ID. That's how they have got to where they are now. They love to cause fights. Alright. Council estate could be significant. They're poisoning the weeds, alright, so don't smoke a weed. Don't get any weed from these. You could be a diamond in the rough. They hired somebody to start malicious rumours. You could be going down in history. Alone. They want the divine masculine, divine feminine to be alone because, well, if the target's on their own, it makes them easier to attack, okay? Makes them easier to attack. To them, that's what they think. Linking to a sex trafficking ring, okay? Maybe a child trafficking ring, gun trafficking ring, and drug trafficking rings. We're linking to Illuminati. They're going to the solicitors and stuff like that, asking for advice. They've made a pact with the devil. Army in reverse. So someone in ex-military people are involved. Taking money under the table from some sort of stolen fortune so they can go shopping. Could have counts in different states, city, continents. Held back. They want to hold divine masculine, divine feminine back. We've got a group chat. They've been discussing this in group chat. Underworld. Also we've got Marines, okay? Truck drivers, lorry drivers, you name it, alright? They're involved in child abduction too. They abduct children. They even get the military involved in this, okay? Because they see it as a fun game, alright? So linking to human hunting parties, they see it as a fun game. They want some people to be like out in the middle of a farm, in the middle of a field, in the middle of a wooded area, okay? And women, children, men, they have to run, hide behind trees, okay? In order to try and stash and hide, right? And then they hunt them down as a form of fun. As a form of fun, alright? They can do this on foot, they can do this on horseback, alright? Do this in cars, alright? Any way, shape or form. They love to gang stalk, alright? So it is linking to trafficking, sex trafficking, linking to tunnels, linking to undergrounds. They're trying to get in touch with their lawyers, solicitors, okay? Corrupt law to cover their backs. Always making deals with devils, involved in hit and runs, okay? So they'll do this on purpose, alright? So be careful when you are crossing the road, like if this is resonating, okay? Be careful when you are crossing the roads. So this again is going to hit worldwide news, alright? It's abuse of power. Abuse of power. In regret. Some of these people are in regret. They actually hate themselves though. So they might hate this divine masculine, divine feminine, but they hate themselves. That's why they have to do love me spells. Love me. Love me, please. Alright, love me. I don't know. Take me back spell. Submission magic. Come back to me spell. Message me spell. Talk to me spell. Obsessed. Okay. So a lot of these military are involved in black magic. A lot of them. A lot of them. Marines, we've got army, what came out. Alright. Human hunting parties. Alright. They're paying for crystal ball readings. Paying for more black magic. Okay. Glamour spells. Autumn could be significant. But they don't want to admit their involvement. These people have always been secretly jealous. A couple more. Always been secretly jealous. Always have been. Always will be. Leader of a cult, coven, group, gang. Keeping you a secret, okay? Probably paying people hush hush money. You could be fighting against these people. That's what's making them angry. Fighting for what you love. Claiming what's yours. Love is a battlefield. They could be doing everything they can to make the divine masculine, divine feminine angry. So they can say, you've got anger issues. You're a nutter. But there's a lot of people involved and they're paying people hush-hush money too. Hush-hush money. They want to destroy the divine masculine, divine feminine, okay? Everything. And they want to take everything. Also, linking to sex trafficking, a sex cult, okay? A sex coven. Private relationship. But they're actually in relationships, okay? They're in like marriages. Oh, sugary. They're in commitments, alright? But they're involved in sex trafficking. Right. Okay. We've got good undercover investigators getting these people caught on cameras, alright? Investigating the banks, and people have been cashing checks. People have been cashing checks from some sort of stolen fortune, alright? They've been starting drama, alright? Trying to get masculine and feminine mad and angry. They want masculine and feminine to be falling apart, but their criminal enterprise is falling apart, okay? We've got police. They want to keep it secret. These corrupt law enforcement. We've got outdated, expired, disused, old news, it's old. It keeps going, and it keeps going. So it's not really old, it's still like, it's old. It's been going on for years and years and years, but it's still going on. They want to kick anyone to the curb, straight up copy and paste, alright? Take absolutely everything, and these corrupt law officials have been caught burning evidence. Ha 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 ha. So when this goes to trial, alright, they're going to be like, I'm depressed, I'm struggling with my mental health, and all that. But they can still get their depression tablets when they're locked up. There's no need to worry about that. They can still get their depression tablets when they are locked up. And they're going to be even more depressed when they're locked up because they're losing everything. And this fake, false life of luxury, what they've been living, is going to come to an end. So you could be setting a record straight. Alright? And they know it's game over. And the undercovers, they're zoning in on the haters. These undercovers are zoning in on these toxic haters who could be trying to run away and get away, alright? They really could. They could be trying to catch a flight, okay? It's different countries. But they can't. Because undercover investigators are following them everywhere they go. And I mean everywhere they go, they've got undercover investigators surrounding them, but you won't see them. You won't see them. This is why it's going to explode, alright? It's going to explode. Okay, people are going to be getting divorces, alright? Because like, you know, usually, sometimes when people get locked up for life in prison, they'll end up going through some sort of divorce because, well, when it comes out what they've been doing, they're wanting this divine masculine, divine feminine's life so bad, so they've literally took absolutely everything from them, all their work, and then they're trying to stitch this person up and create blockages. So anyone who's been involved in this, buying cars with stolen money, The cards are now cursed. Alright, the cards are now cursed. They are cursed. Let's have one or two of these. The cards are now cursed. I tried to do a destiny swap, energy swap, alright. Tried to do contracts with the devil for a destiny swap, energy swap. Got dark practitioner, dark energy worker, and these people are called calculated killers. They've been under investigation for years, and I mean years, and there's an overwhelming amount of evidence, okay? They have been paying people to stop. They've been involved in money laundering. They wanted to sweep it all under the rug, but you're ripping that rug from under their feet. You could be an undercover investigator, a psychic investigator. Ho, ho, ho. We've got intentional infliction of emotional distress law, recklessly causing another to suffer, stolen real estate, so there's a lot. Told you they'd be paying hush-hush money. They're involved in blood sacrifice, human sacrificing, sexually degrading rituals. Oh my lord. They was getting illegal protection, but that is coming to an end, okay? They're involved in kidnapping, child abduction. They want to be masculine feminine's handler. Oh, trying to wrongfully imprison the one who is speaking out, and we've got murder video uploaded to the dark web. They want this masculine feminine and others murdered on camera and it uploaded to the dark web so they can monetize on that. Okay, so there's corrupt law officials who are into watching that, into doing that. Corrupt law officials who are into sitting back and watching that happen, okay, without stepping on in, because they've got some sick fantasies, because they're called calculated killers. We've got Bully Boys and Mean Girls Club, okay, paying people to switch up on you. So they pay people to switch up blood money, because, well, it is blood money. It ain't no good money. It's all from stealing other people's work, okay? Monetizing on other people's work, forcing power of attorney wrongfully, okay? Mail fraud. So fraud, mail or wire communication, a scheme to defraud someone and a material deception. Cult ties, okay? Satanic cult, satanic sacrifice, devil worshippers. They lie on earth, but what they do is they will go to Freemasons, okay, who are Luciferians, alright? And they've got away with it all for so long because they're all just like, lie, 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 in the courtroom. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Persecute, hostility, ill treatment, okay? Paying people to create malicious lies and rumours with drugs or blood money. I don't know. Trying to keep masculine and feminine on their own in isolation as they feel like they are easier to control and easier to attack. I mean, if they're on their own, alright, and they've got no one around them to help, well then it's easier, alright? It's easier. They like to choose victims who have no family who care about them, okay? No friends who care about them. it makes it easier on them to continue with their corruption. And maybe these corrupt law officials and all that, they're immigrant vampires. Energy vampires, okay? Blood guzzlers. And they want this assassination on camera. They want these sacrifices on camera, okay, again, so they can upload them to the dark web. It's like hostile shit. Oh, it's like some hostile shit. Corrupt doctors involved. Falsifying medical records, okay, to call someone mentally insane, mentally incompetent, alright, because they don't want this to stand up in court. They're doing everything to stop this from standing up in court. Even friends are involved in this. Inspiring. They joined into this cult, okay. Local government is involved. The government, alright. Soldiers, they're involved. They do mirror magic. They do mirror magic. I don't know. Leader of the group wants to come out again. So it's definitely someone who's a leader of the cult, okay? They're really good at manipulating people. They could own a garage, okay? This is why it's going to hit worldwide news. Because they're being exposed. They are being exposed. Father's involved. Karmic father is involved in this cult, doing a contract killing and blood contract on his own child, grandchild, grandchildren, okay? Putting hits out on his own child, a grandchild, grandchildren, alright? Legal battles, forcing power of attorney. Now this father figure is having nightmares, okay, surrounding an insurance job on his own child. Didn't even see his own child as like a hidden gem. Or maybe he did. And that's why he thought, I'm going to cash in on this. I've got winning ticket. It's my child. I can do what I want. It's my child. If I want to bump my own child off and traumatise and ritualistically abuse my own child, I can do that. Yeah. Laughing as well. Laughing. Oh, they won't be laughing. Not when they hit worldwide news and they're locked up. Look, we've got conspiracy. They've all been conspiring throughout this child's life. This father has been conspiring, okay, throughout this child's life, okay. The son's involved. There's somebody's son's involved in this lawsuit, okay. They're stuck in their own illusions. They think that it's still working, this spell work, but it's not. And because undercover investigators, okay, are putting these people in prison because it's a very dangerous cult who is linking to a lot of murders, a lot of satanic ritualistic abuse, okay, a lot of satanic ritualistic abuse. Again, father wants to come out. The garage wants to come out. They're trying to avoid karmic debt, so they get involved in destiny swaps, energy swaps, okay? Again, anyone who's coming into anything, anyone, and I mean anyone, even if it's one of their own family members, one of their own best pals, they seem to be on the come up. That's it, they're gone. That's it, they are gone. Musician, they could be stealing music. Could be stealing music. Premeditated murder, and this karmic father is involved in premeditated murder on his own child. Oh yeah. And this is why it's going to hit worldwide news on how evil, sinister and greedy this karmic father has always been, along with pals and friends. Trying to set you up in a fight, outnumbered. Who else was outnumbered? Jesus Christ was outnumbered. He always was. I said it was satanic ritualistic abuse, didn't I? Satanic rituals, Baphomet rituals, conjuring demons, devil. Wanted to keep you trapped in a toxic cycle, so made deals with the devil to keep you trapped. Alright? Cloaking in other people's energy. Satanic ritual abuse wants to come out again. Wants to come out again. Hates you because you spiritually outrank them. Innocent sacrifice for gains. They'll try to plead insanity after they deliberately tried to drive other people insane. They're going to try and plead insanity, but they knew exactly what they was doing. Oh, they knew exactly what they was doing. Deliberately tormenting the person for speaking out, for speaking the truth, tormenting. Mental magic, don't listen to them. Call them a nutter, because we don't want our satanic cult coven, what does nothing but insurance scams shutting down planes. Because we've been doing it for years, and we don't want to be outed. Dirty officials paid under the tables, they're all going down. Oh, they are. There's a lot of people going down for this, okay? So I'm going to leave that there. Sending peace, love and light.